Oh, hi. We're on the Deschutes River
Didn't see you there.
for Z and Eric's wedding.
Guys, here I am, Bend, Oregon, getting married tomorrow.
Hello.
What's
We are here in Bend, Oregon, on the Oren Estate.
We are right in our home here in Bend along the Deschutes River.
It's really easy to get comfortable here, as everyone who shows up to the wedding will soon find out.
Nature at its best.
Most people don't think of Central Oregon as like a vacation locale. You get here during summertime, and I mean, blue skies, the river's nice and warm this year. It's a beautiful place to be.
Wedding hashtag is call us the Orens.
Call us the Orens.
Do you know what a hashtag is?
No.
Hashtag call us the Orens. And it's funny because I heard my parents had a lot of trouble with that, and it's because they don't understand damn near anything about technology.
Hashtag call out the Orange.
Call us the Orens.
Call us the Orange.
Oh my God. July 29th, 2017.
They're going down the chutes. They're afloat.
We are celebrating my wedding day to Mackenzie Joy Gustafson, soon to be Mackenzie Oren. It's going to be quite a day.
What up, y'all? I am trying to get my lovely husband-to-be 3 bean, rice, cheese, sour cream, and guacamole burritos for his gift. We call each other Bae. So it says Bae, and then it has our wedding date in there. And then we're gonna put the burritos in here. I am in my bridal suite, about to go see Eric and go get married today.
Mackenzie is creative,
Motivated.
Genuine.
Unique, powerful.
She's a lot of fun.
Goofy.
Easy going and a lot of fun.
Loving, passionate, and very strong.
She's always got everybody in her heart.
Nothing Mackenzie has ever done has been with half of her heart.
My initial first reaction of Eric was, this dude is hilarious.
Crazy and energetic.
Yeah! Yeah! Thank you, buddy. Did good. Whoa. This is dope. Oh, look, on the back. It says Bay. 7/29/17. I'm sure this is what Mackenzie envisioned.
he's very kind, loving.
Loyal.
I think he's beautiful. I love him. I have for a long time.
He takes such good care of the ones that he loves.
He's just a wonderful young man.
Always wants me to be happy, no matter what, above all. That's Eric. When I first met him, I was doing his makeup.
Our friends Mike and Kaylee Eisenberg, they needed several people to be made up like they were frozen. So it would give us a long time to chat because she was making fake icicles on my nose.
It took me about 15 minutes to do everybody else's makeup, and Eric, I think it took me about 45.
She was maybe 3 or 4 inches from my face the whole time, and I was bright red hot and sweating everywhere. But we had a really nice conversation, and I remember thinking, I wish there was more makeup to be applied.
I was seeing someone at the time, so I was like, you know, I can't be interested in this man, but oh my goodness, I need to friend him on Facebook so I can stalk him.
And you were so giddy and excited to tell me about this handsome man you just did makeup for. And thus began the start of our internet stalking, to find pictures of him.
Didn't really make my move the first time we met.
We ended up working on another commercial together, and I was single at the time.
We were shooting at my house in Chicago.
I asked my friends Mike and Kaylee, you need to give him my phone number, just in case I have left my Chipotle leftovers from lunch in his refrigerator. So I have a backup plan in case it doesn't work. And then Eric ended up sending me a message on Facebook and mentioning that I left my Chipotle leftovers there. So it worked. I'm a smart woman.
And that was the first time we sort of went on a quasi date, although it was very casual for a while longer before things got serious.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So she had convinced me to go, what she said we were going to do was milk cows. What we actually did was go to Starved Rock State Park and take a hike. But I remember when we were driving back, there was a moment where we were on the highway and both the windows were down, and she was sitting with her leg folded up on the dashboard like she does, and kind of looking out the window for a second, and there was a lot of sun in the car. And we were listening to music that was nostalgic for both of us. And I remember thinking, oh wow, you missed it somewhere, but now you're really, really in love with this girl. In a time in my life where it was very, very difficult to have a gut level feeling about anything, this was something I never doubted for a second.
I knew it about 3 weeks in. I remember that we were walking down the street and Eric sped up to catch up with me and grabbed my hand and held my hand for the first time ever. And that was when I was like, oh no, I'm in love with this man.
Music bed.
We were at a friend's wedding. We were both so exhausted after the day we'd had that we decided to leave a little early.
We walked to Daly Plaza Center, and I have a habit of jumping into fountains. I like prancing around in them. So I was like, let's get in the fountain, let's get in the fountain.
And I was exhausted. I was wearing my dress clothes and I was like, not today. Cut to June 3rd of last year, my birthday.
He took me to what was supposed to be wine and donuts day downtown, and we started walking towards Daly Plaza Center.
As soon as we got there, I kicked off my shoes and ran in the fountain, and I was trying to get her to come in with me.
It was a Friday at noon, and everyone was on lunch break.
So she turns around for a second because she was embarrassed to cover her eyes. And then when she came back and looked towards me, I was on one knee in the fountain.
He said a phrase that his dad said to his mother when they got engaged. And I'll leave it at that.
So I got the words out, she said yes, and then we just sat on a bench and just really enjoyed ourselves for probably an hour.
They're like a storm.
Those two nuts are, they crack me up.
So I think they're powerful together.
They really are attentive to one another. They listen to one another.
But I've known that he was the guy for her. It was just a matter of when.
Music bed. Music bed.
It was actually her idea to get married here, and it was something I didn't realize I wanted really bad until she said it, and then as soon as she said it was like, of course.
He sent me a photo of himself when he was visiting just a couple weeks into us dating, and he was sitting out by the river. Looked at my mom and I showed her the photo and I was like, Mom, that's a place that someone gets married. And look at what happened. That's where we're getting married.
I will probably cry as soon as she starts walking down the aisle. I can't wait to have it officially recognized by everyone that we're meant to be together.
Music bed.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nick Gustafson. I'm the brother of this wonderful bride. My heart is overflowing with so much joy and honor that you have chosen me to join you together. I love you both so very much and are so very proud of both of you. There really isn't anything that the both of you, side by side, cannot overcome.
Since you came into my life,
Music bed.
inexplicable and magical things started happening. Everything got more exciting. My mind got clearer. My heartbeat got stronger. Smoothies started getting made in the morning. My socks found partners. You're positive, irresistible, impressively motivated, and truly unselfish. You're so capable of loving so hard and giving so much to people. And I promise, even if I make mistakes in our relationship, my top priority will always be to love you back as hard as I possibly can.
I found through much trial and error that a partner in life is the hardest to come by. It is a decision that should be given the utmost respect to find someone who can support you through the heaviest of times when life is relentless. When I met you, you stuck with me. It took me almost a year after us meeting to admit it, but when Jenna asked me who I could see myself marrying out of the small city of men that I have dated, yours was the name. And of course, I gave our relationship a timeline, being the overly organized human being that I am. At 3 months, if you didn't ask me to be your girlfriend or delete your Tinder, I'd ask.
Both of them happened.
If you hadn't said I love you, I would tell you after some practice saying it while you were sleeping. You taught me that life will never work out the way I planned. The important thing is that I have a man by my side who will grab me and hold me close when all the plans collapse.
Now, by the power vested in me, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Mazel tov!
Chin to cheek. Show me do that.
Chin to cheek.
Let's welcome Mr. and Mrs. We'd like you to meet the Orens.
Mackenzie, first of all, I got super addition to my family. Another daughter. Didn't have to raise her, didn't have... Seriously, come on.
We're pretty different. I'm naturally just a little more reserved, laid back, and Eric is not. Sometimes he can be a lot to handle. We were having a casual, relaxed night on the couch where I'm curled up and Eric has a pillow that he's repeatedly just shoving in my crotch for a reason that I'm not sure of. But the next thing I know, I kind of open my eyes and Mackenzie is this far from my face. And she is screaming repeatedly in obscenity that I will not repeat today. But once I kind of dusted myself off and recovered from the emotional trauma, I had somewhat of an epiphany and it hit me. I was like, oh my God, now there are two of them.
And I finally had the pleasure of meeting Eric for the first time. Let's be honest, I was a pretty great wing woman that night. I even slept on a dog bed. That's when I first thought maybe there's something there that wasn't there before.
Take this opportunity to wish you the absolute health and happiness and success in everything that you do, and especially if you do it together. That works a lot faster and a lot better. Cheers.
The Gustafsons, we all have we have epic weddings, or everybody has a great time. Everybody dances. We're big, loud, fun people.
With that being said, I would like to cheers.
Shots.
Hashtag call us the Oren.
Music bed.
Mackenzie and Eric, you are going down a path that will test your love and dedication to each other. Your love will deepen with each challenge if you allow it to. Take the negatives and turn them into the positives. I want to welcome you, Eric, into our family and also into my heart, whether you want to be there or not.
Love, it's a very simple word. It's very easy to say, but it's very hard to follow. It started as a friendship, and friends last a lot longer.
I'm so glad that I listened to the advice of your mother very early on in your life, when she told me that it was obvious that I was very standoffish towards you. And my explanation for that was, I didn't want to be wrapped around my daughter's little finger. Because of this conversation, I woke up and I could relish in the love and devotion you have shown me throughout your life.
I always knew that Eric would never end up doing something, quote, ordinary. And related to that, I always knew he wouldn't end up with somebody, quote, ordinary, but somebody who's powerful and strong and independent and extraordinary, which Mackenzie 100% exemplifies.
Mackenzie, I love you. You're the reason I am the person I am today. You are not just my friend, you are my sister and family, and I'm so proud of you and who you've become. Eric, you are such a wonderful man. I truly believe that you bring out the best in my friend, and I'm so happy that this day has finally arrived to make you two official.
Life is more like a roller coaster than it is like a merry-go-round, and it gets to be a bumpy ride. But that bond of love that you have between you, it's the seatbelt that holds you onto that ride when things get tough.
The journey of your life together after today is the adventure of marriage. You probably won't realize how amazing the epic is until you someday look back and realize how much success of the trip was a result of your spouse's efforts. It's your life and no one else's. So start your marriage with the partnership that it was meant to be.
Mackenzie, I've spent my time loving you for a while now. But what's really important in life is sometimes too complicated or frustrating to explain. And I know that a life without you was never an option for me.
Eric Michael Oren, I will spend the entirety of my time here on this earth doing whatever it is necessary to protect the beautiful relationship we've crafted together and to protect the astonishing man that you are. I will never give up. And even if we can't find heaven, I'll walk through hell with you.
Music bed.